listening to All Chiefed Up.
Chiefs Kingdom, Tuesday night. Welcome back to another live podcast for that ass. We're going to talk about Charles Omenihu today, releasing some positive updates on that knee, Steve. What's going on?
What's up, my man? Same old. Ready for some football. But good news from Charles Omenihu, right? I mean, you've been worried about the defensive ends, the whole defensive line as a whole. You were thinking maybe we needed to add more depth there. But
yes.
I think, are you still on that wavelength if Charles Omenihu's back and healthy?
I mean, they got enough. They have enough. They were second in the league in pressure, second in the league in sacks last year. I will say it came from a lot of blitzing. So would I like to get rid of that? Possibly, but that's Spag style, so who knows? And I think it's fine as long as Omenihu comes back, and we've got some positive stuff here. Omenihu reveals today an encouraging injury update. He says it's going good. Omenihu said of his rehab process via Aaron Wilson of KPRC2 out of Houston. Slow process. Everybody told me it was going to be like that, but it's been decent. Honestly, right now I'm steady. I'm cool. I kind of keep myself like that, just stay plain, and we'll get to the point where I ramp it up like that, Steve. So sounds like Omenihu's doing well. He keeps posting like things on Twitter, everywhere. He's got a YouTube page now. So he's posting positive updates, and I mean, it's nice to see him maybe getting back a little earlier than people thought.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he was kind of pushing the limits on that, right? He kept saying he was going to be back like before the season even started, and everybody knew that was unrealistic. We're like, that's not going to happen. That's impossible. But he was adamant about it. I think he's definitely like doing everything in his power to get back sooner than expected, which is awesome. But at the same time, it's just like between him and the team themselves, they don't need to rush it. I don't think they're in a position where they have to rush this. Let's wait till he's back. He's comfortable. He's healthy, because it's going to be a long season, man, and we're chasing that three-peat. So I don't think you have to get him back week one or even remotely close to that.
No, look, the fact that they got Mike Dana back on a very nice contract, that sealed up the defensive end for me a lot. You got to remember, when I was harping on the defensive ends and needing help, we hadn't re-signed Dana back at that point yet. Like, Brett Veach was just dragging ass. He didn't care, and I guess he was waiting for him to test the market and thought he could get him. He's a guy that's a disruptor. He caused a lot of fumbles at key times. He got a lot of sacks at key times. Charles Omenihu is a guy that when he's healthy, he does fit this defense. He's long, he can set the edge, and he is a Spags prototype guy. Like, he's quick, and he's just a beast. So I think with him and Chris Jones and George Karlaftis, I mean, Mike Dana, and again, we're still talking about Felix, and I think Felix is gonna show a little bit more this year than he did. Is he gonna get to the point to where we say Felix is freaking amazing? I don't think we'll see that this year, but I do think we'll be able to look back at the end of this year and say Felix progressed.
Absolutely. I think everybody's looking for that. How much does Felix progress? How is he going to fill into this role? But it's nice to have Charles Omenihu. Obviously, Mike, we thought they might cut him because he was of the injury, not being able to get back. Paying him a pretty decent little contract here. So I thought maybe they might move on from him for that reason. But obviously they think he's good enough and he fits so well in Spags' defense that they were willing to wait. And I think that means that we all have to respect that, and we have to be excited about him coming back anyway, because in a short amount of time last season, he was able to do a lot in Spags' defense. Like, he fits into it perfectly. I think it's a perfect spot for him, and I think he just wants to get back and eat, man. I'm excited for it.
Me too. Uh-oh, we got a bomb coming. We've got a bomb coming. What do we got?
Oh, no. What are you doing?
What do we got? Here it comes. Kyle with a 30 bomb. Says $30 for 30K subscribers. Let's freaking go.
Let's go, Kyle.
That's what's
Heck
up.
Yeah.
Kyle just dropping bombs right off the rip. Steve, we did hit 30K.
Yes. Yes, we did.
We were watching it. Like, I don't like watch it, with like popcorn all day long. But
yeah, he does.
I flipped on. I really don't. I flipped on to check about the video, some of the things, to see how the video was doing that day. And I noticed at the top we were like too short. And I was like, are you kidding me? We're like that close. So I posted it up on, I don't remember where I posted it up, Facebook, somewhere. And I was like, thank you guys. Appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, go over there and do that, blah, blah, blah. And within like an hour and a half, dude, it jumped 30-some subs. That just proves that there's people on all these platforms not paying attention. You got to get over to YouTube. Like, what are you doing?
Got to tell them about it, man. Now, I appreciate all you guys, by the way. But Kyle, the 30 bomb, that's how you started off, baby. Appreciate you, my man.
That's awesome, brother.
We also had a new member. Well, not really a new member, but he's back. Adam. What's going on, my man? Hope you're doing well. Good to have you still as part of the ACU crew.
100%. Hey, by the way, be a member. Become a member. It's $4.99. I think not this Thursday. This Thursday is going to be 4th of July. Everybody's going to be doing fireworks and grilling out, smoking that meat, grilling out. And but the next Thursday, we're going to do a members only. So become a member. You can get yourself a signed Dante Hall Chiefs jersey, man. It's going to be pretty sick.
Yeah, you have a shot at it anyway. Speaking of, real quick, just hit the like button for us. If you don't care, it takes 2 seconds. It'll help get this out to more people. And also, if you're not on our Patreon yet, go to patreon.com/allchiefedup. You can sign up over there for $1, and you'll have a chance each month to win a signed piece of Chiefs memorabilia there. If you are a patron, we're getting ready to draw for the signed Will Shields jersey probably right after this, and we'll get all that up on Patreon for you guys to know who won that bad boy.
Yeah, so get over there and do that. You can sneak it in on us before we get over there and record that video. But yeah, we appreciate you guys. Hit that like button, and yeah, if you got any questions, get them in the chat, man. Let's talk about camp a little bit, Steve. We opened it up with Omenihu, and look, I love the positive update on Omenihu, and I've already mentioned Felix. I think Felix is going to progress a little bit. He's worked in the offseason with Tamba, and you've seen what Tamba was able to do with George Karlaftis going into year 2. So I think it's going to be something there with Felix. And again, he had a lot of injury concerns last year, and he missed a lot of time early, kind of like Xavier Worthy did, this past camp. But I do think Felix is going to progress. Besides the defensive line, well, let's stick on the defensive line for just a second. Who do you think the defensive tackles are going to be? Because I'm hearing so much smoke, I guess. I want to say there's a prominent Chiefs podcast, and I can't recall the name who it was, but they're under the assumption that they think Mike Pennell may be just cut to the practice squad and saved for the postseason. And I thought that was one of the most ludicrous things I'd ever heard in my life.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Now, are they going to run him into the ground? No, I don't think they have to. You have other guys that can kind of play that role. Derek Nottie can do that. Neil Farrell, if he makes the squad, can do that. They're good run-stuffing guys. Mike Pennell changes the game when he's in there. We've seen it back in Super Bowl 54. We've seen it last season. Like, he is a force on that defensive line, especially when teams are trying to run the ball. I don't think they're going to only use him in the play. That's crazy. I think it's weird. It's one of the things with, like, a lot of Chiefs fans I've noticed. They always think that the Chiefs are just, like, patsying with people up until the playoffs. Like, oh, Andy Reid ain't going to call all of his plays yet. And, like, stuff like that. I don't think that's how that goes, guys. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Ray. Appreciate you. Melissa says she thinks FAU's going to have a great year. I'm with you on the defensive tackle thing. I seen an article just yesterday, and they were saying that they thought Neil Farrell could be a camp cut. I think a lot of people is kind of writing Neil Farrell off because we haven't seen what he can do just yet. And I think that's a little premature. We got to let the pads come on, especially trying to project offensive and defensive line. When the pads are not on and you're at pass camp,
right? What are you talking about? Yeah.
What are we talking about? Like, you can't, like, it's not even that impressive for corners, to be honest, because Spags even talked about that. He was like, it's hard for corners out here in pass camp because offenses just knows where it's going and you're always reacting. But the offense said it was easier because the defense didn't have to play for the run. So it's a little gamesmanship back and forth. And, yeah, it's just one of those things. But we got to let the pads come on. Chief Kelsey says, Omenihu will miss X number of games. No one knows the amount. Steve, do you want to take a guess at what it is? I think he does start the season on the PUP list, though. I think he starts it.
Absolutely. I don't think he plays before. Probably he'll be about 8 weeks at least.
So you're going to go 8. You think he's going to start on the pup, and he's got to miss 4 automatically on the IR.
I just don't see how he could turn it around that quick. I mean, I was just reading an article. I can't remember which player it was. I think it was Von Miller. And he was talking about coming back from an ACL. And he's like, what a lot of people don't know is we get back in a year, but you're not feeling good. You're not feeling healthy till 2 years. Right. So, I mean, if the fact that someone like Von Miller can say that, Charles Omenihu, I mean, he might be able to physically go, but I don't think they're going to rush him back in. I just don't see the point.
Yeah, I think so too. We've said that. We said it's a mental, like it's not only physically coming back, because they're athletes. They're the best athletes in the world. They're going to work with the best trainers. Like they will physically get there, but it's a mental challenge to come. You know, you don't want to go back out there and be like, you're going to get the same situation. Like,
don't want to be favoring the knee.
Yeah. Last time I made this cut and I put my foot in the ground just like this, something happened, and you just don't want that. So it's a mental thing, and I do believe that it's something that he will overcome, and I just don't know when it will be. As long as by the playoff run, he's got it under control, I think we're going to be just fine for our 3-peat.
Absolutely. Appreciate the gas in the comments, guys. It's always good to get a little bit of gas, Mike. But we also have a mod here who's been a member for 2 months. He says, what are y'all's thoughts about our new Justin Reed doing kickoffs?
Yeah.
So I think it's a decent idea. I don't think it's nothing groundbreaking, but I mean, the way that they're going, they're trying to get more kick returns. Dave Tobe said he looked at the statistics, and a high percentage of the time, a kicker endures some sort of contact on these kick returns. So it only makes sense. You don't want to put Butker out there getting hit. Like, you don't want Butker to take any contact. Butker is that guy with the giant balls that comes in when it matters the most and hits a 50-yard field goal. You don't want to put him in harm's way. So I think putting, like, Justin Reed out there, not only is he obviously a lot more physically capable of taking contact than Harrison Butker, but he also adds a tackler to the mix, somebody that plays defense.
Yeah.
Very fast athlete. So I think it's just a really good idea. So if that's what they go with, I'm completely fine with it.
Don't rule out Louis Zamet maybe doing that as well. He can kick off. He can probably tackle pretty well, playing defense. So who knows what they're going to do with that kid? That's going to be a fun camp story. I think Louis Zamet is going to be like the Chiefs Kingdom's fixation during camp. We talked about this time and time again, and there's a few names, but I think LRZ is going to be, Reese Lightning is going to be one of those guys for sure, man.
Yeah, I think so too. People were already kind of hyping him up as soon as he got signed, so they're only going to make it more and more as it goes. Where we got these little sirens going off for, Mike? What we got?
We got some sirens working, baby. We got Shakin' Blake in the house with a 5-bomb. Appreciate you, Shakin' Blake.
Heck yeah, let's go, baby. Appreciate the 5.
5-bomb. Appreciate it, brother. Good to see you here. We also got Enrique in the house. 5-bomb says congrats on the 30K.
Heck yeah, Enrique.
Appreciate
let's
you,
go,
Enrique.
baby.
Enrique, you're the man, brother. You're the man.
Absolutely.
By the way, if anybody has seen Iron Price tonight, have them send us an email. I was going to give Iron Price his top donor, which I'm going to update that in just a second for Kyle. But I was getting ready to go give Iron Price his stuff, and then I realized he's never messaged me back. So I've got some cool goodies here I'm about to send out to him, and can't find the guy. Maybe I'm going to go door to door. Does anybody know what state he lives in? I'm going to go door to door and knocking.
Mike, he'll be around. Just give it time. He'll be in here saying, "Can I get a suck it, please?" Just wait for
right.
it.
You're right.
Yeah, but I think that Justin Reed doing kickoffs. Sorry, I forgot who brought that up, but I think that's a thing that a lot of people are kind of leaning towards. Like, I see a lot of people in the chat that's saying that they like that idea. I just think that that's how it's going to be, man. If that's what they decide to go with, I think people are going to be excited about it because, when they had to use Justin Reed to do kickoffs back when Harrison Butker was injured, people loved it. It was like this massive news story, not just for Chiefs fans, but for different outlets like, the safety's kicking and blah, blah, blah. I just think it's going to be a thing that people are going to have fun with, and it'll be interesting to see what Tobe goes with as far as him and Louis Reese Zamet and everything else.
Yeah, I agree. That's going to be a fun one. Any more camp battles, Steve, that you're looking forward to? We've talked about the defensive line. Do you think the defense is set? I know we've talked about the corners like a ton. On our last video, we actually, people were trying to throw out some scenarios in which Justin Simmons gets re-signed. Do you think safety is anything that they would possibly even look at? Because honestly, I feel like safety is so crowded and so deep that is one of the positions that I just couldn't see them even taking a stab at. But the funny thing is, that's sometimes what Brett Veach will do, is the most random stuff.
Right. That's what I was getting ready to say. It's like, I don't think they need it. I think most of us have that sentiment, but we didn't think they needed to draft nothing but secondary 2 years ago, and that's what he went and did. So it's like even when they drafted Brian Cook, everybody was just kind of like, dang, another defensive back. And then they went last year, got Chamari Connor. It's like, Brett Veach will not hesitate to pad up that secondary. So would it blow my mind if they were to do something like that? No, but I do not think it's necessary whatsoever.
Appreciate it, Toney. She says share this out to your friends and family. Of course, that's one way to spread the ACU love, and I love it. John Usher says the new punt rules, punts with the rules. Yeah, I think a lot of special teams are going to be just completely
What's
changed.
The new punt
There
rules?
is no new punt rules. He's just saying like kicks and punts and different things. He's just saying special teams. But yeah, I think special teams is a big factor when it comes to deciding those last few roster spots. It is every single season, and that's something a lot of people overlook. But that's usually why it goes to skill players. That's usually why, they'll do things like that. But yeah, 100%. I think special teams is going to definitely determine. Do I think LRZ or somebody like that can make the team without special teams? Absolutely. But
I don't know.
No,
I think that's going to be his bread and butter,
I think
man.
the way it's set, though, this season, that if he just struggled with special teams, I still don't know if they'd cut him. I still think they could leave him on as a gadget kind of guy and just let him figure it out.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I think
that one position is not that big of a deal.
Yes and no. That's the thing. It's like, I don't think if he was not a special teamer and he could not do a lot of different things for you, I don't think it's very likely he would make the squad. There's no way they would put this guy on the roster as just a slot receiver or a running back if he didn't offer you all of that on special teams, because I feel like that's him right now. I feel like that's basically what he is right now. He offers you being able to kick the ball, being able to return the ball. He doesn't offer you running good routes yet. You know what I'm saying? He's got a lot to learn. So I think that's his bread and butter, man. I don't see him making the team if they were to decide not to use him for special teams. I think that's how he's going to make the squad.
Well, I mean, I definitely think that, but I just feel like if even say, for example, Nico Remigio was to beat him out, to me, it's harder for Nico. I don't care how many special teams battles he's leading. It's tougher for him to make it because he's got to crack into a top 6 wide receiver, and that's tough. Whereas, LRZ, we don't have hardly any depth there at running back right now.
I think there's enough to where you wouldn't have to take a guy that don't even know what he's doing just yet, essentially.
Steve, don't hate on LRZ.
I'm not. But, I mean, he's told us that straight from his mouth. I'm just now learning the game. I got a long way to freaking go.
His mother told us that, too. She said, LRZ, go back to rugby.
Who's his mom?
Here. I don't know. Mrs. Reese Zammit, I think. Chief Kelsey became a member. Appreciate you, Chief Kelsey. That gone.
He's been a member for a long time. I think it's funny when it just says they're a new member and it's not if you allow a little lapse in between renewing your membership, does it just not count it?
I don't know. No, I think it just maybe updates it because it says
okay, here we
been a member
go.
for 11. He says, great content, guys, but I'm still partial to my son.
That's natural.
I mean, don't you have to be? Don't you have to be?
Of course. It's even if, don't take this the wrong way because that's not how I mean it. I know it's already going to come off.
Oh, God. If you're preemptive.
But no. But if my son's little league team sucked ass, they would still be my favorite one. And I'm not saying that they suck, but I'm just your son's got to be number one. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm telling my child to get better. Look, get better or go play video games, bro. About time with a 5 bomb. I would click the button, but I'm not even going to click it because I don't care that much. So I'm just going to say 5 bomb from About Time. He says, got that ACU poster in. Dang straight, baby. Put it right next to the lotion and napkins. All horned up. Slap
Oh,
nuts,
no.
let's freaking go. Dude, he's
Let's go, my man. That's good. That's what you need to be. When you're watching AC, you have to be horned up, baby. We got football coming up. We're looking at like a month and a half outside of like preseason action. Or am I crazy?
Yeah.
That's insane to think about.
Hey, live footage of About Time.
He has an erection.
He has an erection. That's what's up. Steve, you know what time it is?
What time is it?
K. Wayne.
Oh, Lord. You made a whole little intro.
Oh, he got his own intro. K. Wayne has got the intro. K. Wayne is in the house tonight, Steve. It is time to play Where in the World is K. Wayne? Should we watch the trailer again? Because I think it's pretty exciting.
I don't want to.
One more time. Let us know in the chat if we should play the intro one more time in honor of the inaugural K. Wayne. Where in the World is K. Wayne game? I think it's epic, and I think we're gonna do it. Here we go.
Where in the world is
K. Wayne.
Why is it so loud? It's good though. I do like the truck
I
driver.
don't know why it's so loud. I've
just
got
vibing
it on,
out.
It was on 100 volume, where it always is on clip. So maybe the headphones are just turned up really loud. I have
Chief
no idea.
Kelsey, don't you dare tell Matt that. That's not what we meant.
No, he don't need to get better. You tell everyone around him to get better. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm joking. That was a joke.
Get on his level.
We got to get Maddie back on the show. I talked to him about doing some draft stuff, and then our schedules never lined up, and we just couldn't.
Man, draft time
hammer
was
it
a
out,
crazy
man.
time.
Steve, let's play some K. Wayne.
Let's
action.
do
What
it,
are we
baby.
doing?
Is he in the house, K. Wayne? You're out there,
K.
ain't
Wayne's
you? I
in the
think I've seen
house.
him already.
Okay, look.
Let's see here.
Before he reveals, he woohoos it. And
Okay,
then
there he is.
Tonight, while we're playing the inaugural game, Steve, we're going to go through, and I'm going to put up some from the chat. So, Julie's guessing Louisiana. We got to take this seriously. Kyle says Minnesota. Ray's saying Texas. Steve, do any of those strike your fancy right now?
Nope.
Yogi says Iowa. This is kind of like when we're on Price is Right. You know, when everybody's screaming from the crowd, they're like, $9.99. They're like, Iowa. And then you got to figure out what you're doing. Amy says Arkansas. Is that one feeling it? Gary says Indianapolis, Indiana.
Yeah, Chief Kelsey says Indy too. I see a Chicago, a Denver. Mike, I am feeling a little bit of the America's armpit. I think he might be in
you're back.
Ohio.
Ooh, ho, 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 ho.
I'm going like I'm going to be more specific. He's probably northern Ohio, like Dayton or something.
He's going to go Dayton, Ohio.
Let's go Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio. On the inaugural one, I got to get it like close at least. I'm going to say he's in. Daggone, this is tough.
Melissa
I'm going to
says
say
where did
Pennsylvania. I'm going to say
so
Pennsylvania.
he caught a load in Pennsylvania, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to say he's right on the tip of the teat of Pennsylvania, right there where it meets Ohio. That's where I'm going to go. So like
All right. We're ready now, K. Wayne. You can let us know where the heck you're at.
yeah, why? Oh, Ray said NFL City. What's NFL City? Could that be? I mean,
Cleveland?
Kansas City's NFL City.
Canton? That's
Could
not
it be
is it
Canton,
Canton?
Ohio?
I don't know. Where you at? Where you at, K. Wayne?
Tony G says Cincy. We got some good ones going. Chiefer says ATL.
We have to start keeping track of who's closer. Brian Parrott got it. Brian Parrott don't get anything right. What are we talking about?
Did he really do it?
He never wins the contest.
Ampike? What the hell's Ampike?
I need some clarity here. Oh, K. Wayne's in Denver.
Denver. Oh, okay, I got you. So, okay, I found, but let's get it from K. Wayne. I'm getting it from K. Wayne, like right here to confirm.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
Straight from the
Dang,
horse's
Mike, what
mouth.
did you say?
Denver. I said Pennsylvania. So
And I
we're
said
both
Ohio.
off.
So we need to know who's closer. Who's closer, Ohio, Pennsylvania? What's closer to Colorado? Is that how that works? Yeah. Okay. I win tonight. So I think we need to start keeping tab. I'm up 1-0 on you.
Well, that gone.
Up 1-0.
Don't let
So
me,
get it?
Don't do it to me.
Yep. Sorry, you're gonna have to come back now.
Whatever. I'm gonna make an epic comeback. But that was fun. So
Tell me where in the world is
K Wayne.
I can't.
Yes.
I can't with it.
That's what's up. The
Man.
inaugural one, dude.
Yeah. So, Mike, you mentioned camp. Obviously, camp's coming up. Everybody's excited for camp. We have tentatively set some dates for when we will be in the area.
We have.
Keep your calendars open for early, like the early part of the week, probably like August 5th through the 8th, 9th, somewhere in that range there. So we don't know the exact days we're going to be at camp or when we're doing Chew with the Crew. We have not got any of the details lined out. And I think we're going to get with Melissa, I think, about maybe doing something up above St. Joe. But when we get all the details hammered out, we'll let you guys know. But for now, just keep in mind it'll be around that week. So
Yep.
we'll give you more when we got it. But yeah, camp's coming up. Everybody's horned up for camp, Mike. We've talked about position battles, left and right. You know, we've talked about who's going to be the camp darlings and everything like that. Like,
Yep.
is there anything with camp that you're looking forward to that we haven't discussed? Like, is there like one thing that you're looking for? Or you just kind of like, to me, it's more of, I want to know how these guys are progressing. Like, I want to see how people that haven't lived up to their potential yet look in camp. Like, I want to watch Felix Anudike-Uzomah. I want to see how Kadarius Toney and Sky Moore are contributing in camp or how hard they're working. Like, just little things like that, I think, is what I'm going to have my eye on.
I'm going to watch first and foremost for injuries. We seen last season. We seen Kadarius Toney get injured before it even started. It was like day one catching a punt in pregame. So we don't need that again. If Kadarius Toney was to be injured like that again, I'm cutting him.
Yeah.
I'm done with it.
Mike, I've said it a lot. He's one injury away, man.
Right. Well, look, say for example he gets injured again on week 1 of camp. If it's like a little sprain, he has to miss 3 days, he's back by the first preseason game. Like, are you still out on him, or are you like, okay, we can do that as long as it's not significant time?
Toney?
Yeah.
If he breaks a fingernail, I'm done with him. Like, there's no more.
What if he drops a pass? Well, if he drops a pass or he gets injured?
I'm not even worried about him dropping a stupid pass as much as just like, I have no more leeway for that man on injuries. Like, I'm sorry, but if it's the least little thing, we're done here. But yeah, I mean, obviously if he makes it to the season, he makes the squad, he's getting significant reps. If he still has a dropping problem, you cut the cord quick, right?
Right. I want to see the offensive line gel a little bit. I want to see if Jawan Taylor looks a little more comfortable in year 2. Of course, the Kingsley Sumatea-Wanye battle. I want to see how Pacheco, because Pacheco up to this point looks a little lighter, looks a little quicker on his feet. So I'm excited to see what the run game, because we didn't get to see much run game. I'm excited to see if Deneric Prince is going to be a factor this season, or if he's not. Like, is he going to be one that's just out the door? And on that regard, Crocky J, I want to see what happens. Do they use the fullback more? Do we think he gets there? Does Amani Bailey surprise some people? And then obviously just the receiver thing, because a lot of people are still buying into the 7. And honestly, I don't know if I still buy into that 7 mark, but I could see it.
Yeah, I'm not buying in right now. The only way they're going to do that is if they're trying to. Basically, last year I felt like they did it just for like Justin Ross. Like, let's not let him go just yet. We'll keep him on the roster just in case. You don't want anyone to nab him off the practice squad. Like, I don't know if we're still there. We'll see how that goes. But I am going to keep my eye on Carson Steele, that's for sure.
Right. Anthony says if it's Toney and a hammy, he's hitting the highway.
Absolutely.
he's kicking him to the curb. Wade says 2-week injury minimum for Toney. And
I don't even give him that.
I hear the bell. Perry in the house with a 30 bomb, baby.
Let's go, baby.
30 for 30. We should have a ESPN 30 for 30 documentary about
30 for 30.
The time that we were given $30 for $30K.
Let's do it. Appreciate you, Perry. Mike, plug them in the dono down there with Kyle. Right now we got a tie.
100%. He says, one of my favorite podcasts. Let's keep the dream alive. You
Let's
know
go,
what the
baby.
dream is? The dream is I have a dream.
And that is?
And that is that I could just do this every day, all day long.
We kind of do.
24-hour live stream.
Shane in the house. He says, up, everyone. Wish I could stay for the chat, but I need to go to bed. Love y'all. Mike, Steve, congrats on 30K. Appreciate you, Shane. Get some rest,
Appreciate
buddy.
you, Shane.
I want to take a nap, too, but can't do it.
Shane, we're going to see you at Chew with the Crew.
Yeah, we'll
I
get
know
that
you'll
thing.
be around.
We'll get all that set up for sure. Mike, I saw some questions up top, so just don't mind me for a second. I saw some questions earlier that we didn't get to that I kind of wanted to hit on.
Yeah, go back and
because
grab them.
Yeah, so just don't mind me for 2 seconds. I'm scrolling up the chat.
Right. I'll answer Sam. Sam said, I heard Nazi Johnson got his car stolen the other day. I don't know.
Again?
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't really read anything about it. Usually if something like that happens, it's all over like Twitter.
Rashi Rice. I think I actually did read something about that, Sam. But Rashi Rice is sitting around just like, dang, your car got stolen too? That's weird, man. Like, he's got to slow down.
Every time they hear about a car being stolen, Rasheed's like,
yeah, that's really weird. I can't believe that happened to you too, man. That's messed up.
what? No.
Oh, well, I can't find it anyway, but there were a few people that were asking earlier about what's going on with all the hype surrounding Juju Smith-Schuster at the moment. There's been a lot of rumblings that he says he would come back to Kansas City. He'd like to come back to Kansas City.
Right.
They're talking about cutting him in New England. Mike, if that were the case,
You're not going to like
you-
my answer.
would you take him back? And B, is that even a possibility?
This is my answer. I'm going to tell you tomorrow on the podcast episode, and I'm not going to talk about it tonight.
All
You
right,
have to wait
baby.
till tomorrow. You're going to have to wait till
Well-
tomorrow because that's going to be the episode tomorrow. That's going to be a big one, is the Juju Smith-Schuster thing. And that got kind of hot today because, like you said, Steve, they're talking about, New England's talking about cutting him. Could be a camp cut. Look, will he be cut? I don't know. If he gets cut, is Brett Veach going to look at him? I have my thoughts. I don't think it's a very...
I guess if you want to talk about the Juju thing, what Mike's saying is we'll be dropping a video tomorrow
we're gonna be dropping
at
the video.
1 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 p.m. Central. So watch that bad boy. Hit the like button and let that thing play all the way through. Let's go.
Yeah, baby. Get it going. Get it horned for the videos. Julia says, if Wentz goes off in the preseason and teams offer you a draft pick for him, are you taking it? Abso-frickin-lutely.
Yeah, you have to.
I mean, I get it. You need a backup quarterback, but draft capital is king when you're trying to build and you're drafting 32 every year. When you've got a team built like we do, where you've got to have good young pieces year in and year out to compete, not to compete, but to continue at that high level, like Brett Veach has had to do with overhauling certain rooms. Yeah, I do it because honestly, I think they could find somebody else that could come in and get prepared in time.
Yeah,
I really do.
It's
And you
the
still got that
backup
other kid on the
position.
roster too, and he's not too bad either. The kid they've had for a few years, and for some reason his name's slipping me.
Oladokin?
Yeah, Oladokin. He's not all that bad. I mean, minus that pick to end the game in New Orleans last year.
No, but
Preseason.
I'm with you, man. It's like it's nice to have a decent backup quarterback, and like I'll tell you this, I would feel a hell of a lot more comfortable if Carson Wentz has to come in as opposed to Blaine Gabbert last year. Was I worried about Blaine Gabbert? Not necessarily, but I do think Carson Wentz is a better all-around just athlete than Blaine Gabbert.
Blaine Gabbert played in what? One game last year? Like some significant time. It was week 17, right?
Yeah, it was the last game of the season.
And he actually threw the ball, and that was when Mecole Hardman just kind of quit running on it. He looked like
I don't
an idiot
know.
there for a second.
Like we've always had like decent backups. Like we had Matt Moore, Chad Henne. Like they could always come in and kind of right the ship a little bit, I guess you could say. Blaine Gabbert was kind of fell into that same category, but I think Carson Wentz is a step up from right the ship.
Yeah.
I think Carson Wentz is a quarterback. He was very, very good at one point. I mean, hell, he had the Eagles 13-3 going into the playoffs before he got hurt, and I think they ended up winning the Super Bowl with Nick Foles. But, I mean, he fell off after that. He didn't quite recover from his injuries that great. But I do think Carson Wentz is decent. Now, here's the thing about it. After saying that, I would trade him for any draft pick. I mean, if you're going to get some kind of draft capital out of your backup, I think you go ahead and you do it, right? Like you said, you can get somebody to fill that role.
Melissa's not feeling
it. Nay. I will not get rid of Prince Harry.
You got to think for Prince Harry, right? And, I mean, Carson's he's like the Midwestern Prince Harry. I get it. I get it. He got that red buzz cut, you know.
Is it a buzz cut? I feel like he also looks like he could be brothers with like Ed Sheeran. Or like, you know.
Tony G in the house with the 2 bombs. Let's hit that like button.
Let's go, baby.
Hit that like button.
Yeah, take a second and go do that for us. And
if you haven't subscribed yet, I honestly, I don't even have words at that point.
Yeah.
Melissa says
we could use capital for the draft wherever it comes from. I mean, there might be another Toney out there we can use it on. Yeah. I just think if you can collect draft capital, you do it. I mean, knock on wood, your backup quarterback shouldn't have to hit the field except for when you've already secured a playoff spot. So let's hope it stays that way. And then, it makes sense to take draft capital for him. Mike, is that something that you think they thought about when they picked up Carson Wentz was, hey, this is a guy that he is a competent quarterback. He had a hard way to go after he come back from his injuries. But do you think they looked at it that way? Like, what if we get this guy going? Because you've mentioned this before. You asked why they didn't take people and develop them and trade them off. Because with a team that develops quarterbacks or a coach like Andy Reid that develops quarterbacks so well, why don't they get the Trey Lance or the failing Justin Fields or whoever it might be?
Zach Wilson, when that was a thing.
Right, and get them up to par, get them good, and then ship them out for draft capital or whatever it might be. You've talked about that. Do you think that's what Brett Veach was thinking with this? Like, hey, we have a pretty decent quarterback?
Do you think Brett Veach heard me? Do you think Brett Veach finally listened to something I said?
Absolutely not.
I do not either. But here's what I'll say. I wish he would do that because I think it's smart. You've seen the Patriots do that through the Tom Brady dynasties.
Yeah, they got us with Matt Castle.
They got Matt Castle out of there. They got Jimmy G out of there. And all these guys went somewhere else and kind of
Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett they got out of there.
I feel like.
They were grabbing them and developing them. And look, they don't develop quarterbacks. They did not develop quarterbacks as well as Andy Reid does.
No.
It don't.
Absolutely not.
And the fact that you can sit on a team with championship pedigree behind the greatest quarterback to ever play the game.
The greatest of all freaking time.
And you're going to get that quarterback to come into your franchise and possibly lead you? But look, I don't think that's what they're doing with Carson Wentz. I honestly just think Carson Wentz was that guy.
It wasn't
we were trying to get him to do it last year.
Yeah, I know. But do you not think it was like kind of a two-way thing? Like, hey, we got a good backup quarterback, but also if like that situation came up.
I mean, I think they'll listen to trade offers. I don't know how much smoke or not smoke. I don't know how much noise was behind Carson Wentz in the offseason. You know, like how much was he sought after? I really don't know that. So does he have much trade value? And if you come out and kill it in the preseason, you're also beating up on third and fourth stringers.
Well, obviously you don't get a guy that already has the trade value. You get one that the value. Sure. You get one that doesn't necessarily, and then you make it that way. I think that's kind of the idea behind that. But
we got Stephen Weber in the house. Dude, love the shirt. Clown Roger Goodell. Straight up from Barstool. The Prez. Dude, every time Prez is here in Louisville eating pizza reviews and doing pizza reviews and stuff, I always want to catch him. And he was literally, Steve, 10 minutes up the road from me one time at Bonnie and Clyde's Pizza.
Well, that also happened.
I didn't get up there and see him.
If you remember right, we went to a place named Dicey's in Nashville.
Yeah.
And he was there the day before that. It's like you always just miss him.
I don't remember what he rated Dicey's, but we rated Dicey's, and we thought it was decent. It wasn't nothing to write home about, but it was okay.
He rated it higher than you.
He rated it higher than me. He likes that style of pizza, like But I've got more on the. I've got more like I usually like. Don't get me wrong. I love a Chicago deep dish.
Not worried
It's
about
awesome.
your comment whatsoever, Stephen Weber.
I'm going to get
way.
there,
We're just
Stephen.
going to talk
Look,
about pizza.
If you notice, I'm killing time for him right now. And number 2 is I've started to get more on like the thin crust, so I like it. But anyway, Stephen says, need another 11 hours for your live stream. Working all night, and I need a long podcast.
Dang,
for
man.
that ass.
I've been going
Dude,
all
I wish
day,
I could sit on here
Steve-O.
and go all night, man.
Whew. That'd be
I
rough
wish.
for me right now.
That's the dream. Remember, I just said it.
You
the
just want to
dream.
constantly live stream? Never
24
stop?
hours. What's the longest podcast that ever went? Could we break the Guinness Book
no.
of World Records for longest live
Nope,
podcast?
nope, we cannot. Jared Williams with the 5 bomb. He says, and add in a middle of a stream, who's really getting the money? Let's go ACU. Who's really getting the money? Let's go ACU. I don't know
money?
what.
Which money?
Hey,
The money we're
what-
collecting?
Show me the money, Lebowski.
Show me the money. You know who's really getting the money? The government.
The federal government, Google, who owns YouTube.
Yeah, they'll take a big cut out of it.
Yeah, and then the rest of the
Everybody
the
that we owe
pennies.
bills to.
We spread the pennies around. More porridge, sir, please.
You know who
Like-
might look? A Mexican restaurant somewhere is getting a big chunk of it. I mean, I ain't
That's
gonna lie
true.
To you.
We both have a Mexican food addiction.
Today
so.
I woke up. I was talking to Cole this morning I was DMing him on X or whatever, and I told him, man, I was like, dude, if I said something last night that offended you, brother, I'm sorry. I'm hangry. and look, and this is what I said. Like he's like, no, man, you didn't say nothing crazy. And I was like, okay, I was just making sure. I was like, I'm hangry and I kind of want a chicken taco. And as soon as I wrote that, I hit send, walked out the door, and went and got 4 chicken tacos for lunch. That's what I did today. And look, I didn't regret it one bit, man. Love them.
Never regret tacos.
I turned 4 chicken tacos into 9 chicken tacos just by transferring it over to a carb-free tortilla.
You're
Because they're
control.
about this big around.
Hey, appreciate the 5, Jared. By the way, after
Appreciate you, brother.
yeah, and then we got a 10 bomb from our boy Rob. What's going on, Rob? He says, "Can they please cut
Rob.
more or Tony already?"
I don't think they're going to, man.
Yeah, man, Rob. You know this has been a big talking point, right? Like we've talked about it a lot on this channel. I'm sure other people have as well, but when it really boils down to it, Rob, I don't think either of them are going anywhere. I really don't. Like, I think it would take an injury from Toney, and maybe they're not as like
They're not
cutthroat
as
as
wishy-washy
me.
as you are right now.
like if he breaks a nail, they're going to keep him. But like, I think if it's a significant injury from Toney, then okay, move on. Sky Moore, there's no way he's going anywhere. I mean, if they do it, there's a small chance, and if they do, it'll kind of blow my mind a little bit. 2nd round draft pick, a lot of potential. You used them sparingly for 2 years. Let's see what he's doing in his 3rd year. I just don't see them giving that up. Just like, boom, here, you're cut, bye. Don't see it happening. They're both on rookie contracts. You're not paying them hardly anything. To me, it's almost a no-brainer to keep the 2 if they're healthy and if they're working to get better. I think you have to. You have to see what Sky Moore can do this year.
If you are a franchise owner, so let's just say you are the New Orleans Saints. You're the owner of the team. Like, you're the GM.
I'm selling.
Okay, after you get rejected for sale, and you come back, and you could take Kadarius Toney or Sky Moore, like with trade value. Which one out of those 2 would you offer the highest draft capital for to try to get a trade out?
Sky Moore. Let me
I honestly didn't think you were going to say that. I thought you were going to say Toney because of the upside.
let me preface that. Sky Moore has not had the injury history of Kadarius Toney. Like, I think a lot of people look at Kadarius Toney and they see a kid made of glass that does not care about football.
Yeah.
I think that's what they see. If you're just going for strictly upside and athleticism, then yeah, Kadarius Toney. But I think if you're looking at it from a franchise perspective and you're like, hey, here's a young guy that had a lot of potential and he might not have met it. He might not fit that great in the offense he was drafted to. But I could take him. I could use him. If I was New Orleans, I'd try to repeat the Joe Horn thing. Now, with Kadarius Toney, it's like you could try that. You could try to revive his career. But that's just saying that he's not going to fall down and break his leg on the way to the parking lot in the morning, you know? So To me, I think I would feel more comfortable with that.
Yeah, I think I would want to take a flyer on. I think I would want to take a flyer on Sky Moore still, and I'm going to tell you why. Because one, I feel like other offenses, Sky Moore may fit in better than here. Because again, you've got so much competition. Every receiver here is a slot receiver, like every freaking one of them to this point. So. Yeah. You've got so much competition. I think last year with the receiving group being down, I think that kind of hurt him. Having so many in rotation last year kind of hurt him. And he has pretty good work ethic. And when he was dropping balls his first year punt returning, right?
Yeah.
He manned up and he took that, which was a lot different than you've seen from sometimes Kadarius Toney and them. So I kind of like that about him. So I don't know if I would want to give up too much for him. I'd say maybe a 6th-round pick is about as high as I could go for either of them.
Right. I brought this up for a reason. Brenda's been a member for 11 months now. She said, congrats on the 30K. You guys deserve it. Let's freaking go, ACU.
Yes.
Absolutely appreciate you, Brenda. And I'm so sorry that we missed this through the other chats. And you did not have to do this. But she came in with a freaking 10 bomb saying, hey, you slap nuts, you missed my comment.
Sorry.
But appreciate you, Brenda.
It sometimes does not alert those comments through those membership comments. Sometimes it does not alert those for us, so we miss them. They'll
slide through the cracks. But appreciate you, Brenda. Thank you so much. And I appreciate people like Brenda. I mean, Enrique. I could keep going, so don't feel left out. But, like, there's so many people that's been around for a long time, and they've been actively supportive of our channel the whole time. Yes. And so it's really cool that you guys are here to celebrate that with us too.
Drop in the chat how long ago, like, you guys have been subs to this channel. Like, I'm curious,
how many
who
subs
may be
did
the
we have?
earliest sub? Like, what's the earliest memory? Because maybe memory would be, like if you were like, I remember when you guys live streamed from the
I think most people
Arrowhead parking lot. Do you remember that one?
I think most people would kind of know how many subs we had when they started. But from my perspective, I could kind of take it back to 1,000 because I remember Trish.
Yes,
she won a mystery box at 1,000. So I remember that.
I remember some dude got just flat out irate with us right around that exact time. We were at camp at the time, and we were going to watch the Washington Commanders. And we were in the parking lot. Like, we actually did a live show from the parking lot.
I remember the name, but I'm not going to say it.
I don't even remember the name. What was the name? Say it.
No.
Just flat out say it. I don't even care.
No.
We'll just call him Troll Timmy. Look, Troll Timmy got so mad that we called the Washington Commanders the Redskins. That he lost his freaking mind.
Wasn't his name, like, it's funny. I'll go ahead and say I don't care. Wasn't his name like Paddington? Or something like that.
The bear?
Yeah, that's why I always laughed about it. I'm like,
maybe.
Suck it up, Paddington. Quit being
He raged so hard that we said the Redskins over the Commanders.
Could you imagine if he would have stuck around long enough to figure out all the other things that we were going to say? Right. It's a good thing old L. Paddington or whatever his name was got the hell out.
And dude, to this day, I'm almost 100% positive he comes on to every video we got and gives it a thumbs down. We get one every single day without fail at the exact same time. It is freaking hilarious because people don't know that when you give people thumbs downs on YouTube, it does not hurt your channel. It actually helps because it's interaction. The best thing you can do is just ignore us. But yeah, I shouldn't have told him that because I wanted to see what the streak was going. But I'm pretty sure he's got like a 400 video thumbs down streak working. And Paddington, I'm sorry we offended you, man. Steve, should we give him a moment of silence?
Yeah, let's do it. We lost a
good one today.
A subscriber. We lost a subscriber.
Not today. We lost a good one. And
no, but he don't get a moment of
silence.
Good one. It was a long time ago. I'm not worried about him. But anyway, back to this kind of stuff. Anthony says, just think, if many Chiefs fans are so down on Moore and Toney, just think how the league thinks of them. And our opportunity once again crushed the opponent's wishful thinking. So I kind of get what you're saying, Anthony. My perspective is that, like, actual teams and coaches are not nearly as down on these two players as Chiefs fans. Like, I don't even think they're in the same planet. Or else they wouldn't be on the team. Like, if you have to think,
Yeah.
if Andy Reid and Brett Veach even halfway thought what the Chiefs kingdom, like the fan base thinks, they would have been gone 2 months ago. Or longer than that.
Look, Kadarius Toney would have been cut last year when he pulled that crap in the playoffs.
I honestly think that they have a plan for these two. Like, whether it works out or not,
Hey,
I don't think they care because they don't have that much invested.
look, Andy, I don't know what y'all's plan is, but let's go back to the drawing board with it. Let's go back.
I think they think there's something there, or they would have already moved on. Now, especially with, like, Kadarius Toney, Sky Moore, they do have more invested. They invested an entire second-round draft pick in the kid. So,
Yeah. Tommy says, how many TDs do you see Mahomes throwing this year? And I feel like he could do 50 again. We talked about this a little bit on the last stream we did, and we both said we think he's going 5,050.
yeah, I think this is the year that he replicates season number 2.
I think the floor on him is, 4,500 yards and 40 touchdowns? I honestly think that might be
Yeah.
the floor.
Yeah, I mean, you have to think Patrick Mahomes had a big-time down year last year. The whole offense was stagnant and not great, and they still won a freaking Super Bowl. Now he's got some pieces in place.
Patrick Mahomes is just nasty. He's a nasty MF, and
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to mess with him. And now that you've got him some weapons here, man, now that you got Crocky J out there, converting on 4th down and short.
Yeah, Steven says, that slap nut bear, no moment of silence for him. That's kind of what went through my head,
Come on, you get anybody that's that fragile in life.
J-Mac's going with 5s across the board, baby.
He's going with the.
Do you think he could finally break that record this year that he almost broke? I think it was like all-purpose yards by a quarterback. Who was that? Was that Manning that holds that, or
Maybe
let me look it up.
he's going with say Cinco, the 6 5s across the board. You know what, Steve? You go look that up. Julia's distracting me because she has said that she's going to order Minsky's.
I want some Minsky's.
And dude, when we come to KC, like, we do barbecue, but Minsky's is somewhere that we like to hit up every once in a while, and that's a great pizza sometimes.
Hey, I take back what I said.
Take it back. What were
The
you trying to say?
the GOAT already owns this record.
The GOAT does.
Yeah, 5,614 all-purpose yards from Patrick Mahomes.
There you go. The GOAT was a GOAT.
Yeah. Yeah, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? Thinking there was a record out there that Mahomes didn't already hold. I mean, come on.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, this season's going to be exciting. Like, they've put some pieces in place for Mahomes, actually gave him some weapons. You got some new blood out there, like not only just like your free agent, but you got the rookies too, Xavier Worthy, Jared Wiley. I think it's going to be fun to see how this all comes together. And you have to think, if these guys pop off early, Rashee Rice is in his second season coming up. We're going to have like several years ahead of us that Patrick Mahomes is going to have these guys as toys on the offense.
Yeah. Dude, Patrick Mahomes is going to he's going to eat this year, dude. I just don't even know. In my opinion, this is going to be one of the most lethal offenses that we've seen. And maybe I'm just a little too horned. Maybe the Blue Chew has kicked in too hard tonight. I don't know. There could always have that letdown, right? Because even last year, believe it or not, there were times when Richie James looked like he was going to take off.
Yeah, nah.
You know what I mean?
That.
Like,
I think
there were
there were
times.
No, there weren't times that you thought that. I think that was camp hype. Like, I don't think he ever really did anything that made me think he was gonna.
Well, Joe says if Chiefs listen to their fan base on how to run a team, they'd be in last place.
Absolutely.
I
agree.
mean, yeah,
I mean, you have to think,
it's
Mike,
possible.
if they listen to anybody, I mean, even
Don't listen to me.
yeah, I mean, we might steer you in the wrong direction. You gotta watch out.
I may draft you a hell of a receiver once in a while, but I ain't gonna do much.
I know what I was thinking. So Patrick Mahomes set the record for the all-purpose yards, but he didn't pass up Peyton Manning for just the passing yards. He has to get 5,478 yards to pass up the 5,477 that Peyton Manning has. So that's what I was thinking about. He's got to get the passing yard record. He already has the all-purpose.
Gotcha.
Can he break that this year?
Dude, you know what? K-Wayne, you still in the house? I forgot to tell you, I got a package in the day from K-Wayne.
You playing with
But I
K-Wayne's
haven't-
package there,
I
Mike?
haven't opened it. I didn't want to touch this package. I didn't know what I was.
Are you
scared
afraid of
to
what's
see what
inside?
I was afraid a little bit. It come in a big box, but I'm gonna open it after the stream's over, and then on the next live, I'll show you guys the goodies that K-Wayne apparently has sent me.
Let's
I'm
go,
excited
baby.
to see.
You have to edit it, though. Mike Yelway's gifted a membership. We appreciate you,
Let's
Mike.
go.
If you get that, make sure to thank him in the chat. Hey, helping grow the ACU crew is always the best way to go about things, right? Let's get more people involved. And you just gave somebody a chance to win some kind of signed piece of memorabilia sometime, you know? Members only lives coming up next Thursday, giving away that signed Dante Hall jersey. You know, what if it's the person that Mike gifted a membership to, you know?
Yeah, I've texted someone. I'm gonna see if they'll bring me the package so I can open it live.
You don't
I
want to.
said, look.
So
Split
you know
the
how
box
like
open and bring it to me.
you know how on live TV they give themselves like a 30-second delay or something in case something crazy happens.
Well, if the box comes,
We don't
they're gonna
have
open
that.
it.
So if K Wayne sent you a giant inflatable penis, you're in trouble.
That'll be okay. Look, if you cut it though, and it's one of those snakes that jump out at you, it's not going to get me because somebody's going to open it outside the door, so that way I don't have to mess with opening the box. So I'm going to get to see it though. So we're going to see it straight up. And Trey says no diddy. No diddy.
No diddy.
On the
Hey,
package there.
KY said, whip it out, Mike. Show us that package, baby.
I'm trying to whip it out, you know. Speaking of, I've been thinking about this, and I'm so ready to do the dick pic segment
Oh, yeah. I forgot about it.
with the Dick Vermeil picture.
Everybody that was not here for that live stream just kind of like freaked out for a second. Like, wait a
Yeah.
second.
No, it's a Dick Vermeil picture. You know, we shouldn't even do a signed Dick Vermeil picture. We should just have a random picture of Dick Vermeil
Yeah, what are
every
you talking
single
about?
episode and just pop it up on the
it's
screen.
time. It's time for you guys to see our dick pic. And it's just whatever Dick Vermeil's doing.
Should I just go grab one right now and just
We'll put it.
start
Hey, I tell you what. If you watch the video tomorrow, we might find time to get Dick.
Let's do the first. Yeah, we're gonna insert. Look, here's the game. And you guys are gonna be the only ones that are gonna know it. We're gonna flash. Look,
Oh
we're
no!
gonna
I'm not
flash.
checking the email.
We're gonna flash the dick pic within the video. Yeah, Andrew.
Hey, Andrew said, "What happened?"
Look.
we don't even know.
The Dick Vermeil picture is gonna flash in the video, and the first, everybody just comment like what time you seen it, and everybody be like, "What's going on?" Like it's gonna be funny. Like nobody's gonna know but you guys, dude. We just have a little fun here, you know.
Yeah,
It's boring
Why
sometimes,
not?
and we're in the off season.
you can't take yourself too serious all the time, you know.
No, I don't take much serious at all, to be honest.
I'm so confused right now. I think J-Mac meant to put grandpa. So I was cracking up reading this. So my grandma was a dick.
What?
And he said, and he preferred it to Richard. He's saying his grandpa's name was Richard, but he preferred to be called Dick. That happens.
No, maybe his grandma was just a dick.
Maybe.
Do you like how I call people live on stream? We can't get nobody to answer my phone call.
No one cares about that package, bro.
I could be shoved in a basement right now, just completely like tied up, and like somebody getting ready to off me, and nobody care.
Look, I think Randy came in at the wrong time. He came in at the completely wrong time. He's like, "What the hell?"
Randy, you missed. You're gonna have to go back and watch Where in the World's K Wayne.
Be afraid. Be
We
very
pulled-
afraid.
Speaking of pulling one out, we pulled that one out tonight, and it was nice.
Man. Kathy Welch says, "My eyes. My eyes."
My eyes, Steve. It's gonna be your job to throw that Dick Vermeil picture in there tomorrow.
Just randomly pop it in?
Just at any point throughout the whole show, just like a quick. You can't put a dick pic up for too long; they'll demonetize you. So it's just got to be a flash. And
Are you
I
trying
want people
to
to try to catch
Are
the
you
flash.
trying to put subliminal messaging in our
Yeah, I want people to catch the flash. Like, dude, at the 7-minute and 12-second mark, I seen Dick
Well, what-
Vermeil.
Who wins? Like, what do they
You don't
get
win
if they're
nothing.
if they're the first person that spots him?
You don't win anything. I'll email you the dick pic that you won. I'll just email that pic from Google right to you. Congrats. Jared with a 2-bomb. Did we already talk about this 2-bomb?
No.
I don't think so, but it didn't even alert me, so I found it. 2-bomb from Jared. He says, I feel the same. People always win, guys.
Yeah, appreciate you, Jared.
Appreciate you, Jared. Appreciate you. Yeah, this has been a wild show. I'll give you that one. But I think J-Mac with the comment about his grandma was a dick and preferred to be called Richard. That's a good one. Dude, that one wins.
That made me happy. I ain't going to lie.
Yeah.
Andrew says, Dick is always crying. So that would be appropriate for pick selection time.
You're right. Dick Vermeil did cry an awful lot. Like, he was the most sensitive little man.
Mike, I don't know if you were going to try to talk about this on the podcast for tomorrow, but you did a poll where you were like, if you had to take one of these people back, who are you taking? And you had Todd Haley on that list. And did you know there were people out there that picked Todd Haley?
Ain't nobody picked Todd Haley, was
They
there?
did. Some people picked Todd Haley, bro. And it broke my heart. Like, I think the other options were Todd Blackledge.
Todd Blackledge, Sammy Parker.
Sammy Parker, which is the one that I would pick. I'd take him back.
And I
who was
forget the
other?
fourth. It was Todd Haley. Todd freaking
Who's
Haley.
taking Todd Haley back? No one. That's crazy.
Look, there was a clear winner there, and it was definitely Sammy Parker.
Absolutely. You put Sammy Parker on the team with Patrick Mahomes, and I think we're fine.
Well, I mean, he had some speed. Now, his hands stunk. But
It's just, so he would have fit right in on last year's team.
right. He may have been wide receiver 1 last year.
Who was the other one you had on that list? Now I'm going to have to go look.
Samuel often said Dick was passionate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I have so many things I wanted to say, but I'm just going to, I digress.
Steve, I was letting it go for you. Like I was just holding it there for you.
Oh, Chief
You
Kelsey
didn't-
brought out the Dick Trickle. I remember that.
Who drove the mellow yellow car? You remember when that come out and they were giving it away at Hardee's? Do you guys remember Hardee's?
That
The
was 'cause of-
Hardee's
that was
Happy Meal
because
for
of the-
Days of Thunder.
Yeah, it was the original Days of Thunder.
It was.
Did they remake that or no?
Was Dick Trickle in Days of Thunder? Because for some reason I remember the name.
I don't remember that. But did they remake that movie or am I dreaming?
I think you're dreaming. They made Top Gun.
They should have remade it. How about that? They remade everything else.
A Days of Thunder remake with Tom Cruise. Is Tom Cruise back in it, or is somebody just going to redo Tom?
Tom can do it. He still looks like he's 40, even though he's 87. So
Tom's been on that.
he's been drinking baby's blood and all that stuff, you know.
What? Tom's been on the.
If you know, you know. What do they call it?
I thought he was just cryogenically frozen.
No. What do they call that? There's like a term for it, and I can't think of it.
What are you talking about?
It's what all the Hollywood elites do to stay looking young.
Oh my God, we've went down some kind of weird rabbit hole.
I would bet somebody out there in the chat knows what I'm talking about.
Oh my Lord, what are you talking about?
Like Sam Lofton said, he's a Scientologist. He figured it out. Okay.
Yeah, Scientology. Scientology's done though, right? Didn't they quit that?
They just quit it altogether.
L. Ron Hubbard, didn't they just quit?
We were just joking about that Scientology thing, guys. We weren't being serious. Did you think we were serious? Gosh.
You know what I'm talking about? Like they just all decided it sucked.
Man, Josh says Dick Trickle did drive the Mellow Yellow
See,
car.
I knew it.
What?
I knew. that it said
Adrenochrome
Dick
weirdo.
Trickle.
See, Steven knows what I'm talking about. That's what I was looking for.
What is that? I thought that's just like some kind of weird conspiracy.
No.
theory.
You go research that bad boy, okay?
Steve,
Go down the
have
rabbit
you
hole,
lost your
Mike.
mind? Look,
No,
have you
I'm not. I'm not saying
mind?
I'm not saying it's real. I'm just saying there's a really long rabbit hole for you to go down with that.
I
Go
don't
check it
want
out.
to do it, to be
Oh,
honest.
just go ahead. Why not?
Really
What else
don't
you-
want to.
What else you got to do tonight when you're done?
More work on this and yeah, just stuff that's a lot better than doing that.
Heck yeah. So if you didn't catch what I said earlier, we are planning to be in Kansas City in the week of August 5th. So that's kind of tentative date for when we might go to camp. do some sort of a meetup up in King City, I think is what it was called. Melissa, correct me if I'm wrong, which is a little bit above, north of St. Joe's. And then we'll also be doing the Chew with the Crew a different day. So keep your calendars open around that time if you guys want to do any of those things or hang out, because that's when we're going to do it. When we get the details hammered out, we'll put it all out there for you. We're going to have some cool stuff, so it'll be a fun time.
It's going to be a great time, actually. Tonight, I think I'm going to get into to hammering out the exact dates that I want to do Chew with the Crew, that we got to just get everything together. I think we can get the exact dates tonight, and we'll try to get that. And we're also trying to do a new, may do a new like poster or something to give away to you guys as well.
Yeah, we'll definitely have something.
So we're going to try. Yeah, we're going to come up with some stuff for you guys for sure.
Yep. I know a lot of people's been asking about it, so I just wanted to throw it out there just in case. But it'll be good. Fred Smith says, you Slapnut subscribe so they can get 30,000. Guess what, Fred? Guess what?
Already been there.
We
been
got
there,
it,
done
baby.
That, Fred.
We got it. No, we're looking forward to 50K now. Mike, is that the next goal for this channel?
No.
50,000 mark? Yeah,
I think
you just have to go there.
I think the next goal is like 31.
No, we just move it on up to. Look, we go from 30. Now we're shooting for 50K, baby.
50K by what though?
Hold
by the
on,
end of the season, by the Super Bowl or something.
We'll figure that part out in a minute. But right now, the ACU crew, they helped us get all the way here. Do you doubt that we're going to get to the 50K?
I mean, that's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot. But I think we can do it. I mean,
when you have YouTube that actively works against us, it's a lot.
Mike, you're a little bit paranoid.
You do realize that 30K is barely half of 50K, and that took 3 years.
That's cool. The bigger and better things. 50K is on its way. K. Wayne says, "Where is the damn package, Mike? You've been talking about the package.
I can't get nobody to answer
you
my phone
hyped up
calls.
the package. You horned up everybody for the package, and then you just completely acted like it never existed."
I can't get nobody to answer my phone calls. I've tried 7 times. Apparently, everybody's left the building. Look, I'm just going to leave.
I'm going to try. I'm going to see if I can get the package to Mike. If I can beat you, and I'm not even near your home. What's this?
Are you calling FedEx? I don't think it's going to work.
I got this.
It's not going to work. Yeah, Anthony, you're right. I need to channel my inner Mahomes, get this together, and just see what happens. Richie says, is Charles ahead of schedule? Yeah. Well, no, I don't know if he's ahead of schedule. He's just been releasing a lot of cool updates and different things. But here, I'll just bring this up for you here. For all the people that come in a little bit late, he had an update, and he quoted this. He said his rehab's going good. Slow process. Everybody told me it was going to be like that, but it's been decent. Right now, I'm steady. I'm cool. I'm kind of keep myself like that. Just stay plain, and then he's going to ramp it up later in the future. So he's getting it together. And it's going to be fun when he can get back in there.
Mike, there's no helping.
Did you strike out? There's no helping me.
I tried. I did my best.
I feel like everybody's shanking everybody. Everybody's in it. Like, what's happening? Everybody's running around like crazy. You know what? I'm just going to leave. I'm going to leave the stream. I'm going to walk out and get it myself.
We're going to talk about this. Amy Casey, by the way, says, yes, 50K by the Super Bowl. That's the new goal.
See, I can get on that. But I can't say 50K by like training camp. That's insane.
Who in the right mind would say that?
Because I like to have small goals that are achievable.
That's not a small goal by any means. It's a massive goal, but it's a challenge. Now, if you just said you're going to try to get it before training camp started,
that's just small goals along the way.
That's a pipe dream. No, we're going straight to 50K, baby, by Super Bowl. I'm with Amy. Julia says she needs the package, brother. He just left me hanging here. Didn't even make me big. You can at least make me big, Mike. Jeez. But yeah, Richie, the Charles Omenihu thing, I don't know. I think he's kind of on a faster pace than people expected. But what we talked about earlier, or I brought up anyway, is I would prefer him to come back, healthy, feeling good mentally, and everything, and ready to play, instead of rushing back in, because I don't think we're in a position to where we have to have that. Like, to me, we have enough good defensive line play that we can wait, 8+ weeks for Charles Omenihu to fully recover and then come back. And then that's a really big punch in the gut to the league when, say, your defense is already succeeding, and then all of a sudden you get somebody like Charles Omenihu back that absolutely went nuts last year as far as that went, like in a small amount of time. Mike, are you back yet? Can we get you back in here? What do we got?
We're back. I've secured the package. Here we are. I gotta cover all the stuff.
I feel like you ran. I feel like you ran to get that. Like, did you sprint?
It was on the other side of the freaking world. Okay? And nobody answers my calls. And I had to stop and be like, look, next time, if I was dying in there, nobody even cared. Okay?
No one cared.
So, here we go. The box has been opened. Look at this.
What's
so
in there?
I'm just going to pull it out over here. So let's see it.
What we got?
Numero uno.
Oh,
wait a second. Let's open it.
That's a freaking Champions flag, brother.
This is a flag, my friend. Let me open it up. Do you hear all the crinkling? This is like ASMR.
This is from K. Wayne, by the way. And since
K.
Mike
Wayne.
didn't bring that back up, in case you missed that
We've
part.
talked about it about 47 times. So here we go. We're going to open it up. Oh, yes. Look at this, fellas.
Yeah, scoot it back, man.
The Super Bowl
Oh,
champs.
I like that one. I like that, K. Wayne. I'm going to go to Mike's house and steal that.
You like that?
You okay? Y'all
like
horned
that?
up?
Got
Heck yeah,
horned.
dude.
Hornt on it. That's awesome, K. Wayne. Appreciate that, brother. Oh, we got something else in this bad boy. I'm so scared to pulling it out, but let's go. We got a 10 sign here.
What we got?
Oh, ho, ho. Oh,
What's it
look
say?
at that.
What's it say? Mike, read it to us. That's cool.
It says warriors are not the ones who always win, but the ones that always fight.
It's
game time.
I like that. That's cool. Mike,
Chiefs.
you got to get that on the wall back there.
Dude, I got so much. Look, I'm in the process of moving all my stuff. I'm going to move my whole setup. I'm thinking about moving my whole room, so that's why I haven't done a lot. Oh, there's more in this bag.
K. Wayne went all out. He packed it up.
No way. Okay, there's jerseys in here, dude.
Oh, dude, I forgot. Didn't he say he was going to send us a funny jersey?
There's jerseys. Hold up.
I think he
Hold
said
up.
something about a funny jersey. I could be wrong. What has K. Wayne done?
Shut up. These are awesome, dude.
What's he got?
Bobby Boucher.
Oh, dude, that is
Hold
awesome. No freaking way, bro.
Mama said, oh.
Mama said, dude, that's dude.
It's
K.
even got
Wayne, let's go,
Dude,
baby.
That's sick. Look. it's
That's
got
legendary stuff
got
right
the
there.
Bourbon Bowl patch, dude.
The Bourbon Bowl. Hey, dude, that was one of the best movies. In case you don't know, we're obsessed with Adam Sandler. So, K. Wayne,
For sure.
you're a freaking legend, brother.
And
That's
you know what else he
awesome.
did?
What we got?
He's got the orange version, too.
No way. Dude, that is so cool. I'm
That's
still
sick,
in ooh, which one do I want to go to Mike's house and steal, guys? Do I want the orange or the blue?
Steve, let me have blue. I wear blue.
I'll take that. I'll take that orange. Yeah, I'll take the
Sweet.
orange.
I knew it.
Let's
I'll
go.
definitely wear blue. I don't wear anything but black. So blue's close enough, you know?
What if we showed up for camp and you with the crew and we're just wearing Bobby Boucher jerseys?
That could be a thing, right? Dude, that's sick.
They'll be like, everybody be like, who's the two slap nuts over there in Bobby Boucher jerseys?
Look, K. Wayne hooking it up. Look at that. Appreciate
K. Wayne.
you, brother.
Freaking legend, brother.
That's awesome,
Appreciate
dude.
you.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, Steve. Everybody's saying you're more of an orange fella.
I'm doing the orange then.
You like straight orange. I like them both. They're both pretty sick, to be honest.
Hey, y'all flood the chat with legendaries for K. Wayne. That's freaking
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
That was awesome. K. Wayne somewhere right now. I forget. Denver. How
You know what would be-
fitting that K. Wayne sent us jerseys that was orange and blue, and he's in Denver. How did that work out?
Is this subliminal? Is this a
It's a
message?
subliminal messaging.
Is he asking for help? Kay Wayne, are you stuck in Denver? Have you been captured by donkey fans?
Have you been? Do you need us to help? We'll be there.
No, seriously. Hey, look into the camera and blink 3 times. No, I'm just kidding. So, you know what would be cool? Now, since he sent the Bobby Boucher jerseys, those go hard.
Those are sick.
But you know what would be really cool too? Like a Happy Gilmore hockey jersey.
That'd be pretty sick.
Wouldn't that be cool? Man, now
Dude,
I'm
everything Adam
now
Sandler.
Kay Wayne's gonna have me on the internet trying to find that now.
Yeah, for real. What was the movie he was in with the 2 twins? He adopted them.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
But it's
Wasn't he
just
like a New York Jets fan in that one?
Yeah. The damn
Did he ever wear
Jets.
like a Jets jersey?
No one cares about that. No one wants to.
I was just
going
to tell you to go get a Jets jersey, Steve.
Absolutely not. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
What if it said Boucher on the back?
Don't
Wait,
care.
what was his name in that? He wasn't Bobby Boucher in that movie,
Sonny.
obviously. Sonny. He didn't have a last name.
It was Sonny and Frankenstein.
Yeah, the kid.
Water sucks. It really, really sucks.
TGZ with a 2-bomb. What? Gatorade's better.
Needle dick. That was
That's Dick Vermeil. That's Dick Vermeil we're talking about. No, I'm joking. We love Dick Vermeil. Dude,
that's awesome.
don't get us started talking about Adam Sandler for real, dude.
Yeah,
It's
we gotta stop.
insane.
Oh,
It's-
Mike, you
it's
forgot. He was in Longest Yard. You could get that jersey.
Oh, yeah, he was in Longest Yard. Dude, he's been in like tons of sports movies, huh?
Yeah,
That's
he
pretty
loves it.
sick.
Look,
Kay Wayne, appreciate that, brother. Like, you didn't have to, for sure, but definitely appreciate it. Kay Wayne sent us some cool stuff, and then we've had a lot of people send us some cool stuff, man.
yeah, Gil.
Gil sent us some cool flags. He says, send me this flag right behind me.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. Scuba
Yeah.
Steve, damn you, Richie King.
Scuba Steve.
My favorite person, his name was Sonny Koufax. And my favorite person in that show was Rob Schneider's character, the guy that, the hip hop anonymous.
He's at Hip Hop Anonymous.
It's not my fault. What was it? It's not my fault you can't read. I
Dude.
can't remember what it was.
His teeth were made of wool. I love that. Dude, I can quote every Adam Sandler movie probably. I've got to
Yeah.
stop. Like,
They're
for real.
all good.
Julia Gulia, 50 First Dates. I watched that like
Top notch.
6 months ago, and I literally watched it 3 days in a row.
Look, like I saw a list the other day where it was like, what are the best rom-coms of all time, like romantic comedies? And I was like, if you don't put all 5 Adam Sandler movies, what are you doing? Because I'm pretty sure he's got 5 that are just amazing, right?
The one, dude,
Blended,
the one that we
50
watched.
First Dates.
Steve, you had never
The Wedding
seen
Singer.
Blended till we went to camp last year, and we
So
played
good.
it in our Airbnb, and it was incredible, dude. I still sing that dude's song. He says, "We are blending." I sing that every time I do something. I'll be like stirring up some man. and I'm like,
Terry
"We are
Crews.
blending." Yeah, he does America's Got Talent or something like that. So every time I see him, I'm like, "They are blending." I love it.
Yep. Legendary stuff.
Wedding Singer, awesome, Gary.
Yeah,
for
dude,
sure,
so good.
100%.
Now I just want.
About Time says Adam Sandler's known to be a massive prick in real life. Is that real? I feel like he'd be the coolest dude.
I didn't
Probably
know
just gets
that.
tired
I always
of
thought people
everybody.
thought he was cool. I don't know.
He's probably tired of everybody bothering him.
Can you imagine being like as legendary as like Adam Sandler though? Like, I mean, he transcends like just his generation. Like everybody knows Adam Sandler. It's insane.
Pretty crazy. Love Adam Sandler. Dude, if we could get Adam Sandler would be the dream podcast guest. Would he not?
Dude, that'd be hilarious.
Like that might be the great,
Move
that would be
over,
the
Pat
pinnacle.
Mahomes. We want Adam Sandler.
I bet Chiefs Kingdom would watch the Adam Sandler. We'd get more views on Adam Sandler than we would the Patrick Mahomes.
100%. I've noticed that when you interview players on a podcast, so we haven't necessarily done that, but we had Darren Kennard sneak in a cast, and then there's some other guys that interview players, and then like I think Cole had Najee Johnson on, maybe a couple of times, and it's like I feel like people don't really consume those videos as much as just the normal stuff.
It's weird.
It's very strange. It's very strange.
But you're going to consume some Adam Sandler.
Let's go. We got Fred with a 2-bomb. Appreciate you, Fred.
Fred.
Says you guys are the best. Appreciate the gas, my man. You guys are the best. Love the ACU crew. It's always cool hanging out. I know we do a couple live streams a week. But it's always fun. Like I never get tired of doing them. I'm always excited to get on here and talk to everybody. So
Yeah. We got one more coming this week too, Thursday. Actually, Thursday's going to be 4th of July, so we're probably not going to do it on 4th of July. People will be sunburnt. They'll be full of hot dogs and beer.
yeah.
Maybe
Amy
we'll
says
pick a different day.
Adam Sandler's doing Happy Gilmore too. Yeah, he is. I'm super pumped for that.
Yeah,
And that's like such an iconic movie. That's maybe his most iconic movie. I don't think that he would do anything to jeopardize like that. So I feel like it's going to be a hit. Like he's not going to half-ass it. Like it's gonna be good. Like you can write it down with your big pencil, Mike. Grab that thing and write this down. Grab it. Okay. Happy Gilmore 2 is going to be one of the best sequels of all time.
dang.
And
That's
then
bold, baby.
later you're going to check mark that bad boy off.
Is
but
Kelsey
yeah,
going to be in it?
I know he said he wanted to be, right? You did a short about it.
He did want to be.
Fred come back with another 5 bomb with a super sticker. Appreciate you, Fred. Thanks for the support, my man.
Appreciate you, brother. Julia's Pizza's here. Julia, we're coming over. What kind of pizza did you get?
Yeah, I feel like Julia is like a Papa John's type.
She got
or maybe.
Minsky's. We already talked about it.
Oh, I forgot. See, that's not fair.
I meant, what did you get on the pizza, not what kind of pizza.
Pepperoni. She got a pepperoni pizza.
No, I think Julia lives dangerously. I think she's going like, she may even do pineapple or something nasty.
Julia's not a freaking pineapple on pizza person. I would bet my entire bank account that Julia hates pineapple on pizza. She does not strike me as the pineapple on pizza
I don't know,
person.
man. You'd be surprised.
Julia, if you didn't already get off here to go scarf your pizza down, I need to know that because I'm almost positive there's
But
no
I think this
way.
pizza's just going to be a straight up like, she's probably just going like pepperoni mushroom.
Look, I fully agree with you about time. Pepperoni pineapple is a banger. Ham pineapple's a banger. Chicken pepperoni pineapple is like a sleeper. Like you have to check that one out. But I just don't think I think Julia's more traditional.
KY says she's a meat lovers kind of gal.
She was asking for that package an awful lot, Mike.
She really was. Kathy said it's probably anchovies and olive.
No way.
Richie's saying meat lover too. You guys out here doing Julia dirty.
Mike, what the heck, bro?
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I clicked the wrong thing.
TGZ with the 5 bomb says my teacher from high school said he was running cross country when he was in school and Adam Sandler jumped out of a bush and scared a bunch of kids. The dude's wild.
That's a great story.
That's an awesome
incredible.
story. You know what's funny is like I actually knew a girl that ran cross country in high school and she talked about this. She said when you run for so many miles and your heart rate's up there and like your body's in that state,
Where are
that
we going?
if you get scared or someone jump scares you, it like literally almost puts you into like shock. So that's kind of funny. Like, can
We're
you
going to have
imagine?
to ask him when he gets on the podcast.
No, so when you get Patrick Mahomes on the podcast, you have to be like, "Hey Patrick, can you do us a solid? Can you get Adam Sandler here?"
Right.
Oh no,
Julia is a pineapple lady.
is she really?
We knew it. I knew it.
No.
Look at
I
that
don't
picture
believe
and
it.
tell me she ain't eating pineapple on pizza.
Yeah, I mean that's a beautiful picture of Julie Gulia there. 100%.
Who it is in that
She
picture?
she took some glamour shots and put it up on here.
She's leaving. She's out. Look, she's leaving. She's out. I guess we're leaving because we're going over there and getting some pizza, man. We got to actually record tomorrow's episode. We're going to talk about Juju Smith-Schuster. Here, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of heads up. We're going to
Give
talk
me
a
a
little bit about
rundown, baby.
Juju. We're going to talk a little bit about Rashee Rice. There's some Rashee Rice suspension news we're going to throw at you. And then also Nick Bolton did an interview where he talked about Xavier Worthy and some of the rookies. So we're going to talk about all that tomorrow, man. So 1
Absolutely.
p.m.,
And we got some
12
fun
p.m.
stories
Central.
for Beyond the Kingdom. Got some fun stories for Beyond the Kingdom. And there'll be a random dick pic in the episode.
Oh,
I
yeah. I
mean,
can't wait for that
come
one.
on. And then, of course, time's yours. You got to see what we had to say about your all's comments. So appreciate all you guys for hanging out with us tonight. You guys that donated, appreciate you guys. You guys are freaking legends. All of you guys for being here. Thank you. Hit that like button on the way out if you haven't already.
Shout out Perry. Perry's the high donor for tonight. 30 bomb.
And Kyle.
Kyle
They
said give it
tied.
to Perry.
Okay. Kyle's a good guy like that.
Kyle's
you know
a good
what?
guy. He said give
Kyle's
it to Perry.
always being generous. And that
Yeah.
makes me want to say, Mike, send Kyle something cool.
I am
Okay.
going to send them something cool. But yeah, man, we
Whether
appreciate
he
you guys
wants it
being
or
here.
not.
Hit the hit the like button on the way out. Hit the sub button if you haven't. You guys have a safe and happy 4th of July on Thursday, because we won't be able to interact with you live tomorrow. It's just going to be a video. So watch that video. It's going to be a banger. We appreciate you guys being here. Steve, you got anything left?
Now, you guys have a good night. Peace
Go
out.
Chiefs.
There goes a sight from my soul.